So y'all, I got some hauls to share with you guys. Mostly Amazon hauls. You guys should know by now. I love Amazon. Big. I actually order. I want to say like 90% of my stuff off Amazon. I'm an Amazon Prime member. Well worth it. I mean, it's like $100, but to be honest, you make a couple orders and you've already gotten your money back, or your money's worth in free shipping alone. The great thing about being a Prime member is like you could order something that's just $2 and it's Prime shipped, meaning not only is it free, but that Prime shipping is 2 day shipping for free. But think about it, you order something that's $2 with free shipping. That's like almost like it costs them more to ship than what you paid for the item. Anyway, I'm not I'm not trying to advertise, or sell you on Amazon Prime. I'm just sharing, saying why I love it. On top of that, there's a bunch of other Prime benefits as well as, Amazon Prime Video. It's kind of like Netflix. It's not as good, I'll be honest. It's not as good as Netflix, but still, there's access to stuff on there, Prime Music, stuff like that. So anyway, toys, which is, I want to say at least 75% of what I order on Amazon is my toys and figures and stuff, but I also get other stuff on there. What's great is, aside from being able to get stuff at retail price, that is either just too hard to find, like some of the figures that are like the hard to find ones that you can't find them at mass retail, your Walmarts, your Targets, your Toys R Us's, and you'd have to find them, locally, like specialty shops, comic shops, for a markup, but you can catch them on Amazon for retail price. For example, like a Marvel Legends or a DC Multiverse figure, that's $19.99. You catch it for retail price, plus that Prime shipping, which essentially is, you're not paying for the shipping. So anyway, you might notice this stack here. I've been busy. I've been past few days. I don't even remember how many days it's been since I showed these all in a haul. But I've been just busy. I'm exhausted. But yeah, on top of what I'm about to show you guys that I got, there's all these that I still haven't cracked open. And I actually plan to review, I think, most, if not all of those as well. Anyway, so yeah, I got some hauls to share with you guys. First, let me get some power. It's my power, man. Oh yeah, I run on that iced coffee. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't have an iced coffee once a day, maybe. I try, and actually, recently you're seeing me, especially showing it more in the videos, having iced coffee like all the time. But there was a time. I mean, let's be honest. I am an iced coffee addict, but there was a time not too long ago that I actually was kind of cutting back from it, and I was doing pretty good, both soda and coffee. I was cutting back. But I'm back on it now. It's not like I'm fighting it, or I feel ashamed that I'm back on it or anything. It's just it's good stuff. I'm just saying, there was a time not too long ago that I did cut back, but yeah, not anymore. Not right now. Anyway, all right. Before I show you guys what I got off of Amazon, this is actually part of my haul. If you follow the SME Toys Instagram, you might have seen that post where I showed this. This was a few days back. So this isn't my first bomber jacket, but I had one that was kind of part of my everyday wear years ago, and I also used it to play airsoft. It was pretty much part of my get up for airsoft regularly. until I damaged it, and I think it was during airsoft at one point. I tore like a large area of the back, and it just like it probably could be repaired, but it probably costs more than it's worth, to repair it. As well as, it will never look the same. So I stopped using it a long time ago. But I always liked the bomber jacket look. And recently we saw this. I was with my wife. We were at Target, and they had this. And I was just like, oh, I need this. I need this. I want it. And I was like, I'll get it eventually. It'll be there. But my wife, bless her, she knew how much I wanted, and she liked it for me. She knows it's me. So the last time we went to Target, she was like, yesterday, something like that. She said, "Go get it. Come on, I'll get it for you." So, yeah, I got that. Plus, here's the thing: I wear a size small in men's, and it was the only one. It's one of those weird things, for me it's tough, like not only hunting toys, but just even clothes, because lots of times, size smalls, they don't make them as much in the same quantities as the larger sizes, especially like large and extra large. I imagine even mediums, they make it a slightly less, and larges and extra larges, they make the most of. So yeah, sometimes there'll be shirts I want, but it exists. They made it, but it's out. Like a store will only get like one or two of the size small. So it's hard. Sometimes I gotta order online or something like that. Anyway, so that was one of the points she made. She's like, "Look, I'll just get it for you already. I know how much you want it. There's only one. It'll probably be gone by the time we come back." So yeah. So I'm not actually gonna wear this. It's warm in here. I just wanted to show that off. So that's my haul. Actually, this hat too. I don't know if any of you guys actually notice little details like that, but this hat, I've been wearing it for, I think, a couple weeks now. The one I wore most of the time prior to this, it was black, but it had on the brim was camo. And that was kind of like my everyday wear hat. Yeah, I had some like Marvel and DC and Star Wars hats, but I only wore those like once in a while, like if it really suited my outfit. But I had my everyday hat, which was that one, and she got me a new everyday hat. This is actually from H&M, which is I don't know about you guys, I'm not that's not the kind of place I normally would shop. My wife loves H&M, but she's a very I don't know the word to use exactly. I don't want to just say practical. I don't know if frugal is the exact word, but like she will shop at places like H&M or other, popular shops like that, but she'll focus on clearance stuff. And she gets some great deals like Old Navy, Gap, all online. She'll order from places like that. Great clearance deals. She gets almost nothing at full price. Even Target's like her favorite store. And she will get almost nothing at regular price. I know I should be more like that. I'm like that in some ways, in a lot of ways, like with my figures. Sometimes, I try to get them. I try to get them on clearance, as much as possible. Anyway, let's not get into that right now. Anyway, so yeah, this hat, it's a perfect replacement to my everyday hat. So anyway, that's that. I'm gonna take this off. Well, it's actually warm in here, but it's also actually cooling down here in Vegas. During the summer, we had highs. I think the highest it got since I moved here, 100. Oh, what's cool about this too, it also has this removable collar. It's kind of like a furry collar, so you can actually remove it, but you can just tuck it in, or you can wear it out like that. It's pretty cool. So when it gets colder, so anyway, there's that. And then boom, it's Britney, bitch. I bet you guys weren't expecting Britney on my shirt. Little known fact. I mean, if you don't know me well, you might not know. I am a huge Britney fan. Um, Most people that know me know that I'm into like rock and metal. I like all music essentially. It's is it just me or did it suddenly get darker in here? I think because I was wearing black, it was the balance and everything. Anyway, I'm one of those people that I like all music. Doesn't mean I love every genre. Like, some people say, "Oh, I like all music except this or that." Which is usually, let's be honest, 9 times out of 10, people who are like that, they'll say, "Oh, I like all music except country or except classical or something like that." Which I like those as well. But doesn't mean I actively listen to those. That's the point I'm making. I'm not saying that I don't really hate any music. Okay, there's some that I don't like. I'm not I'm not gonna name names right now. But I do like a lot of different kinds of music. Of course, I have my favorites. I have the ones that I listen to the most, which of course is going to be rock and metal, and then pop. I know it's a weird, really heavy metal and bubblegum pop. It's opposite ends of the spectrum. But that's I'm weird like that. So anyway, I grew up on rock and metal. I got into pop music probably around the late 90s. Man, if you're into pop music, that was a great time. That was like, to me, I know it wasn't really, but it was kind of like the golden age of like okay, so there was 80s pop music, but then I guess to be a little more fair, the 90s was like the golden age of bubblegum pop. All these young, teen pop stars like Britney, for example. Spice Girls, again, if you didn't know me well or knew me for many, many years back, you wouldn't know that I was a Spice Girls fan. Yep. Yeah, that might sound crazy to some, but huge, huge Spice Girls fan. I even saw them in concert. I had tons of, so I don't want to say all their CDs, but I have all their CDs, like, minus a few like rare international versions, stuff like that, some singles maybe, but I have most of all their, regular releases, plus some rare ones too. Merchandise, shirts, the dolls, you name it. Why am I even talking about that now? That's just it is what it is. Anyway, so Britney, I'm actually a big fan of Britney. I've seen her. She might be, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but if there's any one artist that I've seen multiple times, like several times, the most, it would be between Britney Spears and Danzig. Again, opposite ends of the spectrum. But, Danzig is my all-time favorite, in rock. And I've seen Danzig multiple times. Off the top of my head, I don't know. But I think my first time was in like 93. I was pretty young back then. But that's, it goes that far back. And then I've seen them, several other times. And then Britney, off the top of my head, I really can't remember how many times I've seen her in concert. But I want to say at least 2 to 3 times. And I've been to a lot of concerts in my life. Various genres from rock and metal to pop to even rap and hip hop and R&B. But off the top of my head, I want to say that Danzig and Britney are the only two that I've really seen like multiple times. There might be a couple others that I've seen more than once, but probably twice at the most. Like, I think I've seen Christina Aguilera actually twice. And I think I've seen Kelly Clarkson twice. Rock bands, other than Danzig, I don't know that I've seen any other rock bands more than once. It's hard to say. This is just a maybe, I might have seen the Misfits more than once. That's a big maybe. But anyway, one time, I don't know if you guys would be interested, but it doesn't matter. When I feel like doing something, I'm going to do it regardless. But I'm thinking one time when I dig them up, I actually have saved. I probably have all my ticket stubs saved. Not only for concerts, which that's what I was bringing it up for. Like show off all my concert ticket stubs, but movies. I might have not saved, and most likely by accident or accidentally threw them out. But there might be a couple that I'm missing. But for the most part, I've saved like all my ticket stubs. Not like ever since childhood, but at some point in my youth, I want to say at least mid to late teens, I started saving all my ticket stubs. So anyway, there you have it. I'm rambling, but it was also part of my hauls. The jacket, the hat, the shirt. I actually just got this today. I ordered it online. This was one of those ones. I saw it in the store, but they only had large and up. Mediums were already gone and small, so I was like, boom, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna order it on Target.com, and that's another thing. That's a great time we live in, that you can order stuff on the website and have it delivered to the store for free. And my Target here in Vegas, closer than any stores before that I lived back when I was in San Diego. Well, no, I had when I lived in an apartment for 2 years. My wife and I in summer, we had a Kmart like a couple blocks away. But where I grew up at my parents' house, it was at least 5+ minutes to the nearest major chain store. Anyway. We got a Target here where we live here in Vegas. It's literally a couple blocks, less than 5 minutes away. It's pretty cool. So you can order stuff on the site and have it delivered to the store for free. So anyway, all right. I think we're good. We're ready to move on now. First, some more power here. You know what? Let me get this out of the way first. Just a reminder. If you've been watching, you might know that I have a little giveaway going for this. It's by the time you guys see this, I'm recording this at like 2 in the morning, but by the time this is uploaded and you guys see this later in the day, you'll have a few hours left for a chance to win a set of these, both of of that cap and Iron Man little minibus paperweights. I'm itching, and going into recording this for you guys, I was really itching to show you guys what I have upcoming prizes for okay, now I'm tired. Okay, anyway, the prizes I have, a couple of them anyway. I have a few other ones I'm cooking up, but these will be the very next ones. Prizes for upcoming giveaways. I was itching. I wanted to show you guys now, but I'm gonna save it for the Q&A, where I answer the questions and reveal the winners, and at the end that's when I'll show those. But anyway, like I'm saying, if you're interested, you got a few more hours still to participate if you haven't already, which is all you gotta do is ask a question. It'd be nice if you guys give me a few more thumbs up on that. It is what it is. All right, now we're gonna move on. Okay, now Amazon. As with ordering anything online, which for a long time before I really got into, especially ordering off of Amazon a lot, I tried to avoid ordering online. I wasn't worried about, I know some people are worried about the dangers of giving your information online and stuff. Nah. Anyone who wants to cyber hack you can cyber hack you. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into all that. But as a figure collector and as someone who is very particular about paint jobs, And it wasn't that big a deal because for so many years back in San Diego's good with when it comes to the toy scene because there's a lot of stores and the stores get a lot of stuff. And it usually was never too long and sometimes it wasn't long at all till I find what I'm looking for. Even the hard to find figures, and that really only changed for me once I had my daughter and I couldn't go on toy runs all the time. And that was one of the things about it is I had the time, to go to stores like all the time. So, I was bound to find what I was looking for. And it was very rare that I couldn't find a figure that I wanted at retail, even the hard to find figures. So, but that changed. And then moving here, it got worse. Because here in Vegas, man, it sucks. Sad but true. And I like it here in Vegas, but the toy scene sucks. The stores don't get enough stuff, but there's a lot of collectors slash scalpers slash hoarders. Hey, it is what it is. So, and I now that we live here too, I have even less time to go and hit stores and stuff. So anyway, I gotta rely on mostly Amazon. But again, the danger, well, it's not really danger, but the how would you say? Just forget, for lack of a better term, the danger of getting something with like paint issues or other issues is there. But that's the awesome thing about Amazon also is their hassle-free returns. Not on everything, but for most things, especially if it's Prime, fulfilled by Amazon, hassle-free returns. And I tell you, I'm one of those people, I'm not ashamed to take advantage of it. To put that to use. I don't mean take advantage and do shady ass things like the figure swappers. That's a whole other story. Anyway, so let me to explain where I'm getting at. So in a recent haul, I showed you guys I got this the Mafex Harley dress version. So I didn't find out until later, till I looked at it closer, that there was a paint issue on the other head right there. The lips, it didn't look right. And I paid $50 for a figure. I'm like, yeah, I can't have that, It's like there was a part of me that was like, do I just live with it? And I'm like, dude, it's hassle-free returns. It's like, aside from, I gotta mail it out and stuff, which it is paid. You don't pay for the shipping to return anyway. As opposed to like just returning something at Walmart. But it's that hassle-free, just like returning something at Walmart or Target. Just bring it, show your receipt, and boom, it's that. But yeah, so I decided, no, I'm not gonna just live with it. That's too expensive a figure to just live with it. So this is my replacement. I got a replacement. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, just want to show off the figure again. This figure is awesome. I do hope that I can review this soon. So there's that. But the whole reason I brought him in the first place is because it wasn't just this figure. I've kind of had a slight string of bad luck with some figures lately. So this is one, but there's a replacement there. One you guys might have seen a while back. This is going back a while back already. Snapped the torso joint on my Daredevil, which was just super lame, but luckily, and I had suspected because I have tons of Marvel Legends figures, and I've had almost no issues. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I've had at least one or two minor issues with some Marvel Legends figures since I've been collecting, or even since I've just been recollecting them over the past how many months. But yeah, so that was a fluke. And I was like, is it just the one that I got, or is it really all of them? And I actually pulled this out, but throw them back in just to show them. But torso joint is fine. So there's that. Again, hassle-free return. It sucks that I had that issue in the first place, but I finally replaced them. Like, it's like over a month later. Really cool figure. Love this figure. And then here's one I didn't show a haul of originally, but this is already my replacement. This is another one that when I got her originally, she had some paint issues on her face. And again, I mean, I don't know why I even think about it, but I was thinking about, I was like, should I just live with it? But I was like, nah. So, initiated the return and purchased her again. So, which is cool because I got lucky and caught her at retail price on Amazon, $19.99 plus the free Prime shipping. Which I'd been watching her. I'd gotten all the other ones, and she was the last one I needed. But her price was consistently like nearly $30, if not more than $30. So I was happy when I finally saw her at $19.99. Had to pull the trigger. So pretty cool. I think the face, there's a tiny smudge. Of course you can't see it, but there's like a teeny tiny smudge right there on her face. But I think that's something that can be rubbed or even scratched off. I'm not. That's not like bad enough for me to do another return and replace her. So moving on. That's it as far as like issues and stuff. Now it's just more new stuff. So there you go. It's that Jane Foster Thor, and this was one of two figures. I think they were the two figures in the wave that were the hard to find ones, along with Ares, which, where is he? Right there. I'd gotten him previously. They were both also consistently, if not nearly 30, then 30 or even more. So finally, I caught Ares a while back at retail price, and then finally saw her at retail price. So I had to pull the trigger. So now I have three of the six. So I still need Hela, and the Odinson, and Loki, to complete that badass gladiator Hulk. So really cool. Excited to get this figure as well. And then I should have mentioned from the start, it's a bunch of Marvel Legends. It's almost, again, it feels kind of like not long ago when I was just really on that Marvel Legends kick. And so I think I mentioned also previously, like, I haven't been getting as much because I'd gotten most of the ones that I've been looking for that I can get for a discounted price. And of course, I'm always going to try to get the ones that I can get at a discounted price. And then there's a lot of new ones. There's, I fast forwarded to this, to the Gladiator Hulk, as well as the Man-Thing wave, which now I have all of them, so I can build Man-Thing. But there's like several waves before those that I haven't caught up on, and I'll catch up on them eventually. But like the older ones, like the two I'm about to show you, were some of the last of the older ones that I needed that I could still get like at a discounted price, to complete the build a figure wave. So I sell both of them at the same time. Wonder Man and Eel. Yeah, Marvel's Eel. These were the last two I needed to complete Abomination, which I'm really excited. Oh, that Abomination looks really cool. And so these guys I caught, I don't remember anymore off the top of my head, but I want to say both of them were less than $15. So not bad, I know they have been cheaper in the past. I didn't pull the trigger back then, but still, to get them for less than $15, it's not bad at all. So pretty cool. I like this Wonder Man. again, again, if you haven't been following or you've forgotten, I haven't really read the modern comics in a while. I knew Wonder Man from back in the day. I'm assuming that this is a slightly more, if not current, at least a slightly more, current or modern version of him. But I have known him since years ago, and I always thought he was pretty cool. Eel. Yeah, I don't know anything. I'm assuming this dude's a villain. He just looks like a villain, but I could be wrong. I'll be honest though, I hate those damn hands. They've used them for, I think they use the same hands for Electro, like the classic Electro or the classic looking Electro or whichever version. I don't remember if they used it for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Electro, but I just hate them. I mean, I get the effect it's supposed to be giving off, the electricity effect, but it just looks like, you ever seen those pictures, those weird people with the crazy overgrown fingernails? That's what the hell it looks like to me. It just looks dumb. I mean, I don't know what they could have done to have the effect be more apparently electricity, but that's just me. And when every time I see it, I just think, oh, this is those ugly overgrown fingernails. It just looks dumb. That's just me, So at least I don't think Electro came with them, but I'm not sure. I want to hope so, and that's another wave that I don't think I got any from that wave, which I forget which Spider-Man wave that was. But anyway, I want to think he comes with extra hands. At least this guy, and I remember the movie, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Electro came with some regular hands. So at least you can switch out those ugly ass hands. But again, that's just me. I like the effect pieces on Wonder Man here. So there's that. And then wrapping it up here, last but not least, SH Figuarts WWE Superstar Series Kane. This one, I'm real happy to get this one. So I do want to collect them all. So far, I have The Rock and I have Kane now, but I still need Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and The Undertaker. But for my second one, I had to get Kane. I just had to. He was always one of my favorites. And again, I'm sure I've mentioned in the past, but I actually did not follow the Attitude Era. I know, and I can believe it, that it was probably one of, if not the best era in WWE. But it is what it is. I did not follow. I wasn't following WWE during that era. I didn't come on to WWE until 2004. And then before that, when I was a kid, Federation era, WWF, the 80s, the early 80s, early to mid 80s stuff. I watched that as a kid. So anyway, but if I'm not mistaken, I think that this version of Kane did exist during the Attitude Era, but then also when I was watching, I think it's kind of like the Kane that I knew as well. So really cool to get a SH Figuarts. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. What's cool about this? Oh, you know what? Before I mention what I was gonna mention, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 14 figures, 16 if you count the fact that these two right here are 2-packs. I got 16 figures waiting to get cracked open, but I don't know when I'll get to them because I'm busy, man. Dad life, and then, which is mostly dad life, and family stuff and obligations and stuff like that. Plus the fact, let's be realistic about it. Most people, they get figures, they can just crack them open, These are still not opened because I want to review them, This one I might crack them open. I'm still, like I was saying, I want to review the Harley. I want to review this. Up until this point, I haven't reviewed any of these import figures just because it's like, it's tougher to review. They come with so much extra stuff, you know. I just don't know exactly how I will approach reviewing something with that many accessories. But I'm thinking, you know, I'll try to keep it simple. You know, like I'm not gonna show you every possible combination, you know, you can do with her hands and like alternate heads and stuff. I'll just show them, you know, as they are, and also they come with all these, but I'm not gonna like show examples of all the combinations you can do. So that's what I might do. But again, with this guy, I might just crack him open. And again, it's only also because when I do my reviews, I want to show an end package, you know, look first. I don't have to, but that's just the kind of OC I am. So anyway, like I was saying with these, you know, a lot of other people, they get toys, I can just crack them right open. But this is me, you know, holding off so that I can wait until I can shoot a review for those, you know. So it is what it is. And I don't know how many times I said that in this video, but I know I said it multiple times in this video. It is what it is. And I love me some iced coffee. So there you have it. As always, thanks for watching. You know, and I mean that seriously. Really appreciate it. Please, if you haven't already, ask me a question. I'll say this is because this is the last time it's officially ending later tonight. At 11:59 p.m. As if I need to be so technical about it, but you know, just before midnight tonight, it officially ends. And I think I was going by Pacific time, so, or was I going by? Yeah, I think I was going by Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast or something, then it'll be even later. But anyway, or is it earlier? Yeah, or whatever. It is. It is what it is. But yeah, so there's that. And I just want to say again, thank you for everyone that did participate so far. You know, hopefully there'll still be a few more. But man, you guys, I'll say this. You guys asked some good questions. I honestly was a little surprised because like I said, I think I said even in that video, it's like, you know, my videos, I don't get as nearly, that's even an understatement, but nearly as much, you know, views and you know, interactivity and stuff than I used to back in the day. And it's cool. It is what it is what it is. That's the theme for today. It is what it is. Anyway, and I kind of was expecting, you know, less, I'll be honest, but that's pretty cool. A lot of you ask questions, and there's some good ones. And the other thing is, man, some of those questions, it's gonna make it hard for me to not only pick a winner, but just to even answer some, because they're good, and it's really gonna make me think. So anyway, there you have it. Again, hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.